Hey folks, so I just did a poll and I asked what you guys wanted to see, and you did not ask to see an unboxing. I think I put unboxing on there. If I didn't, I was thinking about it because I knew that this was coming. And this is a box full of cell phone. So I got a new cell phone, and I want smartphone, cell phone. I don't know if people call them cell phones anymore. Wow. Okay, I got a new smartphone, smart device, whatever. And I'm pretty excited about it. I want to show it to you. So what we're going to be doing here is opening this and seeing what is inside. So I have no plans here. I am just doing this on the camera, in part because I'm actually testing my setup. I got a new microphone for this sort of thing. It's actually mainly for ASMR, but I could use it for anything, and right now I'm using it for this. So I have it mounted facing me, like it's pointing at me, and I haven't used it this way yet, and it sounds kind of weird. It's actually a VR 3D microphone. I have it set to stereo, but that's enough about the microphone. Let's take a look at what's inside. Cool. I'm not going to make noises here, so don't worry about that. But I am going to show you. This is a brand new Google Pixel 9 Pro, 128 gigabytes, porcelain color. It's pretty neat. The camera absolutely does not want to focus on this, but that's what the bottom part says. Now, I have to say that I was expecting more from the packaging. Maybe it'll get cooler on the inside. I'd really like to not damage it. There we go. So I got this one because I have not had a flagship phone in a long time. I don't even know how long. Google 9 Pixel Pro. Actually, Google Pixel Pro 9 Pro. Wow, I can't read right now. You know what? It's late in the day. I would not normally record right now, but I've had a really good productive day, and this is how I'm wrapping it up. So I'm also a little bit slow. I was expecting there to be more noise. A lot of times there's airplanes and helicopters flying around, but right now it is silent. So this is my old phone. I'm not going to turn it on. Wow, it's just black. You can't really see anything. You can see my room kind of. There you go. There's a cool lamp over there with a ring lamp I was going to use, but I didn't turn on because I couldn't find a good place for it. You can't really see it, but it's taken a bit of damage around the camera, and it doesn't take good pictures. It's always fuzzy. So if you've been watching my channel, I've been making more IRL videos. I did one of my bike, and I've got a couple of my cars lined up. But I need a new camera. And I mean, I'm recording with a camera right now, but the camera that I'm using that you're looking through is a Sony Alpha 6000, and it's really, really good. It's awesome. I don't want it to leave the house because I don't want it to get damaged or something. And it's funny because this is actually worth more than the camera, but I have insurance on this, and I'm also just excited about the features. I want to tell you about them. So the inside of the box is actually kind of cool. It's very simple, and I think one of the reasons why they moved away from the really elaborate designs is because it can be a little pricey for them, I guess, but it's also not always environmentally conscious. So this is simple. Everything's compact, so it's nice and cheap, and I think that it's just recycled paper. I think I mentioned it kind of feels almost like velvet. I'm pretty sure it's biodegradable and all that stuff, so that's fair. Inside here is a thing for the SIM card and Pixel support. And so this is the phone. It has a really cool kick butt camera, which I'll tell you about in just a second. I guess let's finish with the box. All we have left is a cable. Maybe it's super fast. A lot of times the end here at the where it plugs into isn't very long. This one seems pretty long, so I don't know. I'm sure it's a high quality cable. They wouldn't send you like a cheap one with a very expensive device like this. That's kind of weird. It has the fingerprint and then buttons and stuff. Why put anything on it at all? And why is this here? Is that because that's where the button? Oh, I feel it. Yeah, okay. So I had to get my phone out one last time because I wanted to mention why I got this device and not other devices. So I use Google Fi as my mobile provider, and they're really good, honestly. Where I am, the service and coverage is pretty good. The prices are really, really good. And being through Google, they offer you free YouTube Premium. I guess like free, it's subsidized. And with these offers, they give you a year of Gemini Advanced. I have been trepidatious about AI, so having access to an advanced version of AI or whatever Google has to offer so that I can play around without paying anything for it is actually pretty neat. And what I've used with Gemini hasn't been bad, so I know AI and AI use can get a little bit testy, bit of a hot topic, and I'm not here to talk about what's right or what's wrong. I'm just being pragmatic about the whole thing. If I can get access to some advanced program to kind of get a feel for it and see how to make it work for me without paying for it, then hey, why not? So I got the top offer, which is $400 off and yada yada yada. But the other phone that I was looking at was the Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge, and that was a pre-order. And I mean, it seems fine, but the reason why I didn't go with Samsung, especially because this is a Samsung, and I have a Samsung watch, is because I am losing trust in Samsung. They have their own AI devices and things like that, and it seems like every month on my Galaxy phone, I would get a pop-up that said, hey, we just changed our privacy policy. And unfortunately for them, I'm somebody that does read those, so I look at the updates, and it's almost always this for AI or that for AI, and you can't opt out of it. So why pay a fortune for a phone, I mean, like a device like this, and then give up my data to them for, I mean, it's helping their services or whatever, yeah, sure, but I don't buy it. So if I'm going to be handing my information out to somebody, then give me advanced AI, like give me something for it. So that's one of the reasons why I went with the Pixel instead. It's kind of like a personal ethical reason that I wouldn't expect everybody to get, but it's important to me. So I know that Google isn't everybody's favorite, but like I said, I'm a pragmatist, and it's the devil that we know. I know Google well. I use their services. I use Fi, so why not? And I feel like I deserve a flagship phone, doggone it. I've been using dumpy used phones for way too long, and I want a flagship phone. And I can also flash this. I believe that the Pixels are pretty good about letting you put other OSs and things on there. Samsung, yeah, you can with Odin and all that other junk. I don't want to do that. I just want a quick and easy path if I want to flash this thing. And yeah, that's it. That's my diatribe about why I went with this phone. So let's turn it on and see what happens. I can see the camera right now, which means you can probably see my face. Oh well. There's Google. All right, welcome to your Pixel. The neat animation, the phone's vibrating when it bounces. So that's fun. I should mention the build quality. This feels awesome. This feels like the nicest phone that I have ever used. Felt, handled. One thing that I am a little concerned about is the edges. See, they look chrome. And they feel high quality, but I don't think it will last. I think that it will tarnish and wind up looking really crummy. All I can do is trust that Google used really high quality finish, I guess you'd call this. But I guess time will tell. And I'll let you know. I like to complain about these things. The camera is really cool. I should find out what the megapixels are. So I asked Google, and it says that the Pixel 9 Pro features a triple rear camera system. The main wide-angle camera has 50 megapixel resolution. So does that answer the question? To be honest, I don't really care much for the specs. I think that the spec war is kind of over, and it's about, does it actually look good? Does it actually run good? Because you can have this like crazy megapixels and somehow looks bad or looks worse than the iPhone camera or something. So I don't really care too much about all that. I'm going to see how far we can go without having to... Oh, okay, here we go. So it says it can get it from a Pixel or Android device. So are there Pixels that don't run Android? I've never heard of that. So it failed to transfer over some of my accounts, but that's because they were two-factor and all this other stuff. I didn't want to log into it, so I skipped those. Now it needs the mobile network. All right, I'm gonna put the SIM card in down here. I noticed that you can download, it says download the SIM or eSIM, but I already have a regular SIM card. I don't want to mess with it. So let's pop it in. Let's see what it does. I have to say that I do like the animations on the, I don't know if it's Pixel or if it's Google or what it is, but I also noticed that the Pixel is actually a little bit smaller. And I am okay with that because this is a little too long. I have issues with this phone, namely because the camera is so heavy. It's so top heavy, this phone. Choose how to copy. Do we want to do an express about 20 minutes? Okay. So I'm going to do this part and maybe get my service figured out. I'm not too sure, but I'm going to come back at the end and tell you what I think of the whole thing. So let's skip ahead. All right, so that was actually really fast. That was like just like at maybe 60 seconds actually. But discover Google AI at its best. So I've talked and mentioned AI a couple times. I'm not meaning to sit here and talk about it over and over again, but one thing that I use is, hey, you know who, this guy. And I have to say, it's actually really, really useful just as a companion. So if I'm behind the wheel and I'm just driving and I have a thought that comes in my head, I can ask it about it and say, what about this? What about that? About almost any subject. And it will talk and tell me about this or that. And it's really cool. It's really, really cool. So I'm excited to see what this phone does with that feature. So let's see what's next. Get to know Gemini, your AI assistant. Does this go down? Oh, there's a lot. All right, this is what I wanted, so let's use it. Search your screenshots with online on-device AI, whatever. Screenshots. See, I don't know if this is like Microsoft's, what is it, Copilot or something else. I know that Copilot is the one that's in GitHub, right? Anyway, I don't know. I don't think that this sits here and takes screenshots of your device nonstop. If it does, let me know. I haven't read anything about that. I don't know about the screenshots on AI or AI reading it. I take screenshots kind of randomly. Sometimes my phone will just do it. So I don't know if I need this. Yeah, I'm actually going to pass. I don't have a need for that. I don't do that. Okay, so I read about this. My insurance company has been kind of trying to push this car crash detection too. And I don't want to give them that information because I could see them using it against me. But my phone, I guess? I mean, I'm not against the safety and I don't see any privacy trade-offs here. Maybe they're going to be tracking, of course, but the thing is they're tracking it anyway. So basically this is consent to use it in a different way. As far as I know, they already have this information, so I figure why not? Let contacts nearby? No, I turn that off. I do not want people finding me. That's a very odd feature to be enabled by default. Here's another feature that I do not partake in. I'm not paying for stuff with my phone. I don't know if I'm too old school for that. People do it. My dad even does it with his watch. I can't, man. My money is in my wallet and it's not on my phone. I will pay for stuff through PayPal and stuff, but I don't want my credit card and stuff on something that I could so easily lose. I don't need that liability and I don't find the convenience useful, so I'm not doing it. So I don't know if I'm going to go all in on all of these, but this is kind of interesting. Instant translations. I don't think people realize how useful AI is for that. It will translate anything for you. And it's just like any translation, I guess. It could be wrong, but it's really, really neat. Identify music around you. Okay, I have no interest or need for that feature. I don't care to know what every song is, but I know people that are, and they get a tune in their head and they want to find out what it is. And you can use Gemini to figure that out. Say, what is this? It goes da-da-da-da, and it will figure it out. That is really neat. But I'm going to skip all this stuff. Maybe I'll come back to it or something. Oh, it's been copying all this time. Wow, I haven't heard any weird buzzing or popping or anything, so I guess I will let it go. All right, it switched to hot dog or is this hamburger mode where it's long ways? I don't know why it did that, but it won't go back. See? Yeah, it looks like everything is working. So there, that's as much as I'll show you with my personal phone. Welcome to day number 2. Those burgers were very tasty, and I'm here because I was editing. I had put together that video, like all the footage or some of the footage you saw. I don't know where this little segment's going to go, but I do want to talk about the specs because I'm not that interested about it, but I think you might be. So I've got the phone right here. I've been using it for the past, 4, 6, 8 hours, whatever. And honestly, it's really good. It feels the way that I feel like a phone should. It's just very simple. It's not trying to be anything too crazy. When I was looking up the specs for both devices, this phone, like the Samsung Galaxy, what is this, S20? This thing was pretty big for its time too, and it is just so awkwardly weighted. It's just balanced. Yeah, that's the word, balanced. Balanced it is not. So these are the Android versions. Should I try to read it? The Galaxy is running Android version 13 with One UI version 5.1 and Linux kernel 4.19. This is kind of a NeoFetch or DistroDelve sort of thing. And then on the Pixel, it is running Android version 15 with Linux kernel 6.1. The Pixel doesn't have a proprietary UI the way that the Galaxy does with One UI. This is just, I think it's just like ASOP or Android open source project or something like that. So that about wraps it up for the video. In with the new, out with the old. Reuse this box to recycle your old electronics. I'm actually going to hang around to this. I have use for it, and it's always good to have a backup in case something goes wrong. I have insurance on the other phone, so I don't think I have much to worry about, but I will let you know if anything does happen or any other weirdness goes on with the phone. I'm also going to post about it on my website, Egee.io. There'll be a blog post on there, and I'll talk about the screen protector and the case and everything that I'll be getting for it. So I haven't picked it out. I need to get it and then write this post and yada yada. But I'll upload this video first. And now Garrus is barking, so it's really time for me to go. I'm making burgers tonight, so I'm looking forward to doing that. I hope that you liked this one, and if you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. I've been in a big video making mood, and I've been enjoying doing this kind of crazy stuff. So expect to see more things like it, and yeah, stay tuned for more good stuff. See ya.